In recent weeks, the pandemic has worsened around the world, including here in Quebec. The situation in our hospitals is critical, especially in Montreal.
From lockdown to a historic curfew, 2021 in Quebec, like the rest of the world, was affected by COVID-19 restrictions. Here's a timeline of how the pandemic shaped what happened right here in La Belle Province.
I'm announcing that starting next Saturday, there'll be a curfew from 8 p.m. to 5 a.m.
In January, Premier François Legault announced the strictest of pandemic lockdown measures, the start of Quebec's nearly 6-month province-wide curfew, and the only Canadian province to do so. Quebecers who didn't have a valid reason, like for work, couldn't be out past 8 p.m. In February, Quebec had reached a grim milestone, surpassing 10,000 deaths due to COVID-19, which accounted for just under half of Canada's total deaths from the virus at the time.
If you're over 85, you'll be able to make an appointment from this Thursday. This is a great news because vaccines are our best hope to win this battle.
End of February into March, mass vaccination sites set up around Montreal, including at the Olympic Stadium, as vaccinations were announced for the general population. By mid-May, everyone 18 and over could book appointments for their first jab. End of May brought the end to many restrictions, including the province-wide curfew lifted, restaurant terraces reopening, gatherings of up to 8 people in backyards allowed, and traveling between regions permitted.
Thanks to your efforts, we can now announce a reopening plan.
But a reminder of the first wave came when dozens of testimonies were heard over the summer at the coroner's inquiry into deaths at Quebec seniors' residences in spring of 2020, led by coroner Jeanne Kamel.
We'll put in place the passport in order that people who made the efforts to be vaccinated, that they are able to come back to a normal life.
In August, the Quebec government announcing a vaccine passport would be implemented in September. Only those fully vaccinated could access non-essential activities in certain high and moderate risk sectors in Quebec. But the announcement met with some backlash, protests breaking out, and thousands took to the streets of downtown Montreal to denounce it.
As of October 15, all health and social service workers will have to be vaccinated, and this is both for public and private employees.
In September, Quebec Health Minister Christian DUBE mandating vaccinations for healthcare workers, deciding that unvaccinated employees would be suspended without pay. But the October 15th deadline was then pushed back to November until DUBE finally backtracked on the decision, saying the loss of unvaccinated staff, about 8,000, would have a devastating effect on the system.
Realizing that I'm going to get vaccinated, I felt pretty, scared. I felt nervous. But then I realized that it was just one, second. It was pretty simple.
End of November brought vaccinations to youngsters. 650,000 of Quebec's 5 to 11-year-olds became eligible for a shot. And in December, COVID booster shots became available for people aged 60 and over and those with health issues.
We need the help of all Quebecers to cut our contacts by half.
And finally, right before the holidays, Premier Legault announced new measures to help stop the spread of the Omicron variant as cases hit record levels, capping holiday gatherings at 10 people and limiting stores and restaurants to 50% capacity. And then bars, gyms, movie theaters shut down days before Christmas. And as of Boxing Day, gatherings inside homes limited to 6 people or 2 family bubbles, and restaurants also limiting tables to 6 people and have to close at 10 p.m. In Montreal, Alyssia Rubertucci, City News.